This is probably the most honest review I've done. I only bought this shoe, the Gel Kayano 30, because I love Asics shoes. I loved my Gel Nimbus 24. When they released the Gel Nimbus 25, it's probably one of the best running shoes ever. I love that shoe. And based on the love I have for that one, I also got the Cumulus 25. But this has quickly turned into the Gel Kayano no thanks. Let's talk about it. Okay. My name is Aubrey. Welcome to my channel, Aubrey Running, and on Instagram, aubrey.running. Please do give me a follow. Let's connect. I'm a very average runner, simply trying to be less average by the day. As at the time of recording this, you guys have given me 3,830 subscribers. We're very close to 4,000. Thank you very much. Let's start talking about the shoe. And I want to start with the profile of this shoe. What is this shoe and who is it for? The profile of this shoe is what makes it a no thanks from me. Not because, and I want to emphasize here, that the Gel Kayano 30 is a bad shoe, because it certainly isn't. Prawns. People go to restaurants and order prawns because they're delicious. They're a delicacy. Whereas if you give me prawns, you're going to have a medical emergency on your hands, because I'm allergic. The Gel Kayano 30s are prawns to me. The reason I say that, and Asics have done a very good job in explaining this on their website. You've got people that have got a neutral gait. In other words, when you run, your foot lands flat on the ground, and most common gait at this kind of type. Then you've got the person on the right that overpronate. In other words, they will land on the outside of the foot and then the inside follows. To mitigate against injury, or at least exacerbating injury, shoes with stability then offer a wedge on the inside to give you closer to a flat landing as possible. That's what the Gel Kayano does. However, if you already have a neutral running style and you've got a wedge on the inside, it's a recipe for injury, if you ask me. For some people it works. For me, it didn't, because I suffer from shin splints quite easily, and my run in the Kayano, I did 10K, didn't go too well. And that's simply because the shoe is not made for me. I can't criticize a fish for not being able to climb a tree, because fish are not designed to do that. Okay, the 3 things you always need to know about every running shoe, starting with the price. £180 on the Asics website, which I don't get. That's more expensive than the Gel Nimbus 25. Because it's the Gel Nimbus 25 for people that need stability shoes. Makes sense. So next up is the weight. Now I wear a size 9.5 UK, and that is the size. I think it's fair when you consider what's happening in the midsole of this shoe with that increased stack height. I guess so. Lastly, let's talk stack height and the profile of the midsole. When compared to the previous version, they've pumped up the stack height in this bad boy. 40 mil at the back, 30 at the front, being a 10 mil drop. Woof. Okay, I pride myself in keeping things very simple when I review running shoes, simple language for everyone to understand. Let's break the shoe down, starting from the top and working our way down. Let's start with the heel. When you're done running with this shoe, don't retire it. You can convert it into a duvet, because the padding in the heel is serious. Now that's going to be great for comfort, and I experienced that. Very good lockdown. The heel counter is well structured, it's very firm, but very well padded. I do have a concern, and this is something we're going to address in the upper. The thickness of this padding, as well as some of the upper, is going to cause heat issues. Next is the tongue. Well done. You know what I'm going to say here. You know what I'm going to say. Asics have given us some gusseting loving. Absolutely. The tongue is attached on the inside of the shoe on both sides. The other thing to talk about the tongue, it's very well padded. The minus, and this is going to be my theme throughout, what I said about the heel is the same thing I'm going to say about the tongue. I fear it's going to run a bit too warm because of the thickness of that tongue. There are no perforations on the tongue, which means minimized breathability. I feel like Asics are watching my reviews because they're just ticking the boxes. Lacing system. I think Asics have learned from the Gel Nimbus lacing system, which I think was completely rubbish. They've given us simple holes in the upper, fortified those holes, and given us good texture laces. There's nothing else I can ask for here. I also love the fact that the colorway of the shoe kind of goes through the eyelets of the lacing system. That's a really nice touch. Well done. A significant part of the review, and I think some feedback, the upper. I love the fact that they've taken this concept of it's not broken, don't fix it. You can see the look of the Gel Nimbus in this shoe, the look of the Cumulus, and you can't fault it. They've retained that, and you can see it's the same family of shoes. The look of this is uniform with that lineup. The fit, perfect. I'm not going to complain there. It fit me very well. It's true to size. I wear a 9.5. It's a 9.5. I expressed concerns about the Cumulus 25, and it's the same concern here. I fear this shoe is going to run a bit too warm. When you look at the padding at the heel, honestly, it's super thick. But I just worry about the thickness of the whole upper. That's my only worry. Apart from that, I think it does what it needs to do. Next is the midsole. This part's exciting. The star of the show is the midsole. This is where the magic of the Gel Kayano 30 really lives. Asics have offered people within the stability and the support category the same innovation, the same magic we got in the neutral category through the Gel Nimbus 25. Well done for that. Increased stack height. This FF Blast Plus midsole is very well cushioned, and increasing it to 40 mil at the back, 30 at the front is going to give you a very good cushioned plush running experience. Some people don't like that, but I think it's a really, really nice touch. The other thing, embedded within the midsole is pure gel. We got that in the Gel Nimbus 25 on the Cumulus. It's in here. Well done. The other thing to talk about is this 4D guidance system. Now, for somebody who runs in a stability shoe who needs that support, I want to guarantee you what they've done here is pure magic. Well done for it. I just want to warn those that are in a neutral kind of running shoe to try this out first, because it might not be what you need. But this 4D system in guiding the stability and the support that somebody who overpronates needs, honestly, this is one of the best, most innovative ways of dealing with instability. Asics have done a good job on this one. Let's turn the shoe over and let's talk outsole. The Asics High Abrasive Rubber Plus. Very techy. AHA Plus. That's the outsole, and that's what they've gone with. Let me explain. That FF Blast rubber we talked about is being protected by this more abrasive rubber on the outsole. That is a very nice touch because they've covered all key landing zones. And I wonder if the AHA Plus is this darker part here, these darker rubber sections, as opposed to the rest maybe being the standard AHA. I don't know. But all you need to know is there's adequate coverage. You're not going to experience very quick wear and tear in this one. Asics have done a very good job. Lastly, should you buy this shoe? We're gonna have to talk here. If you got fed up of hearing us rave on about the Gel Nimbus 25 and you couldn't wear it because, well, you prefer a support or stability shoe, this is officially your time. This is the shoe you definitely should get. So do I think you should get it? Absolutely. The price point does make it a discussion point, but the Gel Nimbus 25, if you think that's a good shoe, it's $175, so not too far off this one. So absolutely, I recommend it. If you found this review useful, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It would be great to have you. And I've got 2 videos you can watch. My Gel Nimbus 25 review, which I'll put over here, and the Cumulus one. Well done, Asics, well done.